Hey folks, welcome back. So today we are finally getting back around to doing some work on the truck. It's probably been, at least a few weeks since we did anything on this last. And as you may recall, I said I had actually gotten some parts ordered to replace some more stuff on here. But then we got some cold, snowy weather and I really didn't care to be working on it. Now our first challenge is going to be getting this stuff out of the back of the truck. I put this in here to give a little bit more weight on these back tires to hopefully give my two-wheel drive truck with road tires a little bit more traction out here in some of the mud and the slippery stuff. But I think that this wood chip mulch stuff is just a little bit frozen. So this may be a little interesting getting this out of here. Alright, so what we're going to be working on here is, first off, the shock mount on the right side here. I thought it was good originally, but the first time that I pulled the bed off to replace the shock mount on the left side, I realized it wasn't in quite as good a shape as I thought it was. So we've got a new one of these, and so same deal, we're going to have to come in here with the grinder and get these old rivets ground off from there and get this one in. And we've got our new replacement bolts to put in where the rivets are. We get this replaced, and then I have two new shocks here as well for the rear, so that once we get this on, we can pull the old shocks off from both sides, put these on, and then hopefully that will make the this rear suspension ride a little bit better. Alright, well that's the top out. Now, we gotta get these bottom bolts out, and we're gonna have to get those unscrewed because we don't have any replacements for those. So these might be kind of fun to get out here. Well, that came off easy. That means the other side is gonna take about half an hour to get off of there. It's never good when the one side comes off really well. That's just the way it works. If one side's easy, the other side's gonna be hard. Okay, I think we need a breaker bar. There we go. Now this one is definitely leaking its fluid out just a little bit, so it's good that we're getting this one replaced. Alright, so that kind of wraps it up for working on the rear suspension on the truck. Now originally I was kind of hoping to do front suspension stuff as well, and I actually have the parts for that, and I also have a few other things for their steering components, rubber bushings for that because those have worn out. And I was thinking I was going to do those in the same video as when I did the rear stuff. However, I've also been working on another little project in the background, and that is getting the mill house ready to get hooked up for electric. Now I should be getting parts in tomorrow that I need to finish off kind of my side of things with getting that ready to get hooked up. And I actually met with the guy from the electric company about a week ago. I got the meter base from him. So now all I need to do is get that connected up to my main panel, the breaker panel, whatever you want to call it. And then once I get that done, they'll come out and get me hooked up. Now before they do that, they're wanting to replace a couple of these poles through here. Once they get that done, then they'll put in the transformer, bring a line across, and get me connected. However, he said it would probably be about 1 to 2 weeks after I let them know that my stuff is done before they come out. So basically, I'm wanting to get my stuff done as soon as possible in order to get my name on the list so they get out here as soon as possible. Now, because there's gonna be kind of that delay between when I get my stuff done and between when the electric company gets their stuff done, it's gonna be probably at least a couple more weeks before that video will be out and ready. So I think that maybe next week we'll work on doing the front. So anyway, we obviously still have one more thing left to do here today, and that is to get the bed back on to the truck here, and then we'll have this project wrapped up. Alrighty, well, with the bed back on, I think that about does it for this little project. Like I said, I think next week we may be working on front suspension, but depending on what else comes up, that may change. So anywho, that is gonna do it for this week's video. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.